Namaskaram. Ibn Battuta is a very famous traveler from Middle East, and one of his most famous quotes is, travel initially leaves you speechless and then turns you into a storyteller. So I'll just start with a story. Let's rewind the clock 600 years back. It was the 14th century, 1453 AD to be precise. India used to be the leader. It was contributing almost 30-35% of the total global GDP. There was this place, Constantinople or Istanbul, which was the tri-junction of India, Africa and Europe. And the entire trade used to pass through this city. Unfortunately, in 1453, the Turks captured Constantinople. The entire trade which used to happen between Asia and Europe and Africa came to a standstill. In particularly, Europe was the most affected because spices and silk, spices especially from Malabar, silk from across India used to go via the ancient Silk Route, and through Constantinople it used to reach Europe. The Europeans used to season their meat with cinnamon, pepper and a host of other spices. This all stopped. Now, to resolve this deadlock, a lot of expeditions were taken. There was this boy, he was just 12 years old, and he always had that vision at the age of 12. At that adolescent age, he had a vision to find a sea route to India. And he kept on meandering here and there. But one fine day, a prominent personality, the Pope, somehow he was able to observe that passion or jazba in his eyes. Like they say, na, इतनी शिद्दत से मैंने तुम्हें पाने की कोशिश की है कि जरे जरे ने मुझे तुमसे मिलाने की साजिश की है. कहते हैं किसी चीज को अगर आप दिल से पालो तो सारी कायनात आपको उनसे मिलाने में जुड़ जाती है. When the Pope saw passion in his eyes, he asked him कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो? He replied, I just want to find a new sea route to India. The Pope was convinced. He referred him to Queen Isabella of Spain. When Columbus reached, I just disclosed the name. Anyways, when this guy, he reached the palace, the queen asked him, okay, you want to find a new sea route to India, but the sea is full of pirates. There could be a lot of problems along the way. Your ships can get destroyed. You might just fall ill. Your rations may go off. How will you manage such an arduous task? And most importantly, who will accompany you? Because it is for given that anything what you want to achieve in life, you cannot just do it alone. You require the entire कायनात. तो इन्होंने उनको पूछा कि आप कैसे जाओगे और कौन आपके साथ आएगा? Who will want to take so much of risk? Because everyone already had an established life. कौन अपनी फैमिली को छोड़ के, अपने बिजनेस को छोड़ के आएगा? Columbus closed his eyes, and then the next moment he said, I will take the prisoners with me. And that, my dear friends, was the turning point. Because he realized that the prisoners anyways were damned. I mean, they had no place in this world. For them, it might just be another world. It might be an altogether different world full of happiness and joy and new experiences. So Columbus then set sail with his ships and these people in his pursuit to travel and find a new sea route to India. He accidentally discovered America, but specifically he discovered West Indies, and to his credit with discovering America. The point I am just trying to tell you is, आप कुछ भी करो, लेकिन आपके अंदर का जज्बा अगर आपके साथ है, तो you will more or less reach your destination. As they say, na, justice might get delayed, but it cannot get denied. So ये एक स्टोरी थी. उसके कुछ दिनों के बाद There was another explorer. He was from Portugal because the new sea route to India was still not discovered. And he set out with 3 ships, Santa Maria, Penta and Nina. And then he set out via the Cape of Good Hope, which is like around Africa. There was a sea route from the Mediterranean and Suez, but it was heavily guarded by the Arabs and he did not know whether that would be feasible. So ये अफ्रीका से निकलते along the way in Zanzibar he lost a couple of ships, इनके rations भी खत्म हो गए, and up beyond a point he lost a lot of his other staff also along the way. Some perished due to illness, some due to other means, and बाकी के लोग एकदम थक गए थे. और एक बार इन्होंने सोचा कि शायद we should stop our journey out here, but like जो कहते हैं ना कि आपने whatever like Rumi said, no, whatever you're seeking is also seeking you. He had an accidental meeting with a trader जो इंडिया से अफ्रीका की ट्रेडिंग करते थे. The best part is he was a Gujarati, he was from Kutch, and in those days Kutch was a thriving port. तो यहाँ से काफी कुछ ट्रेड अफ्रीका होता था. Then with the help of that gentleman, he reached Kochi in 1498. और फिर he met Zamorin, who was the then king of Malabar. और सोचिए आप किसी अनजान लैंड में आए हैं. You don't know its language, you don't know its culture. In those days there was no internet. आपको पता नहीं आपके साथ क्या होगा, खाना, हेल्थ, सीजनल वेरिएशन. और इसके बावजूद he was able to secure trading rights. And इसके बाद जब finally went to Portugal, he told them about this. The king over there was very much pleased, and then Vasco da Gama was made the viceroy of Portuguese India. और धीरे धीरे करके इसकी वजह से then the English came, the Dutch came, the Danes came. But what I'm trying to tell you is इसकी वजह से, because of this कह दीजिए traveling कीड़ा या adventure का कीड़ा या whatever, उसकी वजह से the world again got united. Because trade is something which unites the world. Else we all are disparate islands or archipelagos in ourselves. ये तो Europeans की बात हुई. Then a lot of other people followed, right from Magellan. There was Sir Cook who discovered Australia, and a lot of other Amerigo Vespucci, after whom America is followed. This was Europe. अगर हम अपने country को भी देखें, फाइयान आए थे, वेंसांग आए थे. एंड मैं किसी और को तो क्या कहूँ, हमारे जो नागा साधुज हैं उनसे बड़े तो कोई ट्रैवलर्स हो ही नहीं सकते. वो तो इस पल અત્યારે ગિરનારના તલાટીમાં હોય, next moment એ તો તિબેટ જઈને પાછા આવી જાય. They are the ones who actually transcend all boundaries. What I'm trying to tell you through all this is, अगर आप इस पूरी जर्नी को देखें तो जैसे कोलंबस ने अमेरिका ढूंढा या वास्को डी गामा ने इंडिया का सी रूट ढूंढा, मुझे लगता है आज यहाँ पे जितने 180 लोग हैं, they are all like कोलंबस और वास्को डी गामा और मैगेलन और राहुल सांकृत्यायन या जो भी है. और as स्वामी विवेकानंद rightly says, every soul is potentially divine. आप सबके अंदर एक छुपा हुआ जज्बा है, बस उसको निकल के आना है, उस आग को निकाल के उसको सही दिशा में देना है. And that precisely would be one of the aims of this course. This course is just like a ship. आप सभी वास्को डी गामा और कोलंबस हैं और ये शिप आपको अपने मुकाम पे लेके जाएगी. तो मेरा यही कहना है कि we will have lot of case studies out here, we'll have lot of activities, we'll have lot of inputs, travel के apart from the normal information कि what is tourism, उसके क्या constituents है, what are the associations, what are the different career opportunities, how can you actually set up a travel enterprise. And more so, अगर आप if you see the trends right now, after the advent of YouTube and Instagram, there's a general surge in travel. Probably my parents or your parents did not have this privilege because आज़ादी के बाद, आज़ादी के 2 जनरेशन पहले और 2-3 जनरेशन बाद we were so impoverished कि बेसिक छत लगाने में हमारे पिछले जनरेशन का पूरा टाइम निकल गया. Now that we already have a base, we have now started thinking of what next. What next than a stable career? What can bring us more happiness, more joy? What can bring more meaning to our life? तो मेरा यही कहना है कि we'll have lot of activities, we'll have lot of real life experiences. और मैं बस यही कहूँगा कि apart from the what you call classroom coaching and the project, कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है because all of you are in your 20s, majority of you, and in your 30s. I mean, I am a very strong proponent of gap year also because I feel travel is an altogether different form of education.